In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a copyright notice for your blog or website. This is super essential for all of us content creators, bloggers, course creators. Now, you might be thinking, what is a copyright notice? Why do I need it? And how do I make one? Where do I place it? Stick with me and I'll break it down for you, and I will also give you for free a copyright notice template that you can use time and time again for anything you create. But before we get started, let me clarify that although I'm a lawyer by profession, this video does not constitute legal advice, but the information I will share today is for educational purposes only. Please take a moment to read my full disclaimer at the link in the description box down below. All right, let's dive in. First things first, what's a copyright notice? A copyright notice is a statement used to inform the public that a particular piece of work, a piece of content is protected under copyright law. This needs to be a piece of content that is tangible. You can't copyright an idea, but you can copyright the expression of that idea in a tangible format. So, for example, any original material such as music, articles, books, graphics, photos, videos, and blog posts can be copyrighted. And the copyright notice is a way for you as the creator and copyright owner to assert your legal rights over your original work, making it clear that others cannot use, reproduce, or distribute it without permission. So, what does that mean without the legal speak? That means that with a copyright notice, you claim ownership of your content and make it clear that no one can steal it from you. The question now is, what happens if you don't have a copyright notice? Does it mean that all those fantastic blog posts, ebooks, courses, printables, freebies you've been creating are not protected? Well, the good news is the moment you create them, you own the copyright. You don't need to fill out any forms or register anything. It's all yours automatically. But here's where it gets interesting. Even though copyright is inherent, having a copyright notice on your blog or website is like putting up a no trespassing sign. It's a friendly or not so friendly reminder to everyone that they can't just take your hard work and use it as their own. Having a copyright notice is like putting up a big bold sign saying, hey, this is my work and you need my permission to use it. Think of a copyright notice as a shield. It's not just a legal formality, it's a powerful tool. It adds legitimacy to your ownership, act as a deterrent for those who may want to steal your content, and might even give you more legal protection. If someone does infringe on your copyright, not having notice might make legal enforcement more challenging. A copyright notice acts as a public warning. Without it, infringers might claim ignorance, meaning they could argue that they didn't know the content was copyrighted. This I didn't know defense might not always work, but it can make protecting your rights a bit more complicated. And if you're in a country like the US, where you can register your copyright, you might want to consider doing that. It's like adding an extra layer of protection, giving you the right to sue if someone tries to steal your work. Plus, registering your copyright can provide additional legal benefits. One of these benefits is the eligibility for statutory damages. Statutory damages are a type of compensation set by law rather than calculated based on actual harm, which means that if you win a copyright infringement lawsuit, statutory damages can provide a predetermined amount of money instead of having to prove specific financial loss. Now, let's see how you can set up this magical shield. But before I show you how to create a copyright notice, if you're enjoying the tips so far, hit the subscribe button to get more tips on how to grow your blog and protect it legally. And stay tuned, because in one of my next videos, I will show you exactly what to do if someone steals your content. Back to the copyright notice. It's actually quite simple. A copyright notice typically includes these essential elements: the copyright symbol or word, so you can use either the copyright symbol, which is the letter C with the circle around it, or the word copyright. Either one is fine. Then you will have the year of first publication. This is the year when the work was first made available to the public. Or if your blog or website includes content that spans over a few years, instead of the year of first publication, you can have a range of years. For example, copyright 2017 current year, which is from the first year of publication to the current year. So as a side note, remember every year in January to update the copyright notice on your blog or website to the current year. Or, if possible, depending on your theme, set up WordPress to update it every year automatically. The next element you need to include in the copyright notice is the name of the copyright owner. This could be the individual creator, a company, or another entity that owns the copyright. So it can be your name or the name of your company or your blog. Next, you'll have the rights statement. For example, all rights reserved or some reserved. If you want to reserve all your rights, technically this statement would be a bit redundant because you automatically have the rights to the material you create. However, for clarity and deterrence, I would still add all rights reserved worldwide so that everyone knows they cannot use your content in any form or way without your permission. So if your blog name is, let's say, My Amazing Life, and you started publishing content in 2020 and you're still publishing blog posts weekly, then your copyright notice will read as copyright symbol, My Amazing Life, 2020-current year, all rights reserved. And that's it. Here you have it. Your copyright notice. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. But it is where things get really interesting. In addition to this simple copyright notice, I recommend that you also have a copyright statement. A copyright statement is like a detailed map of your ownership. It's where you spell out exactly what's yours and what's not, how people can use your content. This copyright statement goes more in depth and can include licensing information. For example, if your content is available for use under certain conditions, the copyright statement might include information about licensing, such as under what terms your content can be shared or reused. It can also include disclaimers and exceptions, such as clarifications about the use of third-party content or references to real people, and so on. Basically, a copyright statement serves as a clear and detailed declaration of the copyright owner's rights and intentions. It helps to define the boundaries of what is permissible and what is not, providing guidance to readers, viewers, or users about how they can interact with your content. The terms copyright notice and copyright statement are often used interchangeably, but a copyright statement definitely provides more detailed information about the copyright, and as such, it's an extra layer of security and legal protection for your content. So what I recommend doing is to place the copyright notice everywhere and then also have a more detailed copyright statement easily accessible. So for example, on your blog or website, place the copyright notice in the footer of your blog or website so that it will appear on every single page of your website and under every single blog post. But from your footer, also link to a separate page where you will have your detailed copyright statement. If you have created an ebook, place your copyright notice in the footer of every single page of the ebook, and in the first page of your ebook have the detailed copyright statement, and so on for everything you create. Now, the copyright statement is much more detailed and dives way deeper into your ownership, your rights, licensing, and terms. So you want to make sure you get it right. But don't worry, I got you covered. You can get my plug and play professionally drafted copyright notice template for free. This comes with both a copyright notice and a copyright statement done for you template. You can use this copyright statement template over and over again for anything you create on your website, blog, ebooks, courses, freebies, printables, anything, so that you're always protected from thieves and copycats. This is an amazing template that every content creator should have, and you can have it for free today. Click the link in the description box below to get your copy. And if you want to learn more, make sure you watch this video next, where I walk you through all the legal pages you must have on your blog or website to make sure you blog legally and protect your content and yourself legally. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao, e a presto!